Hello and welcome to the craft room. Our latest video, we're going to be upcycling some cardboard
and making
a wreath. So we want a 12-inch circle with a 9.5-inch inside. So I'm starting at 1 and here we go. Here's our 12-inch circle. And similarly, the middle one's going to be 9.5 inches. Here we go, 5 3/4. And here's my inner circle. And the inside, I used a. You can use an awl or one of Julie's favourite pointy tools.
pokey tool.
Pokey tools, and just score that. And if you do that from both sides, it gives you a very good start to then cut it with a craft knife, or actually I use a scalpel, which is a lot easier. It's a finer blade. You can turn that over, make sure that centre hole has gone all the way through, turn it over, there's my centre, and
Clever.
that will give me guidelines for cutting it, and lo and behold, there it is, bang on the line.
Wow. That is real. And then you get something that looks like that. So we're working on 1.5 inch width there, ish.
Okay, that's my bit.
And so once we have this, I'm going to start with that as the base, and then we're going to show you the components, the individual components of all the things we're going to put on it, and then we're going to show you all the components glued together, and we'll go through them all and how we put them onto the wreath.
And I can tell you, it's beautiful.
It is.
I am in awe of the creativity of my lovely, I can tell you that.
But this is such a perfect way to upcycle cardboard, and also, just bear with me. So another idea for this wreath is put a disc in the middle, put a hanging disc in the middle and decorate that, put your focal point on that. And my beloved is going to demonstrate how brilliantly, a brilliant idea, which you can probably only do with cardboard.
Well, with corrugated cardboard.
Corrugated cardboard, yeah.
What I find where the corrugations are, that's about the middle.
Can I just get a close-up of what you're doing there?
Poking that down.
Through the kind of centre of the cardboard.
And I've already made a hole in this centred disc. Through there and back up through the same hole alongside the previous one, and try not to put a twist into it. You adjust it to
and then that can just hang loose,
and then
great.
You can put anything you like on it. You can
put like your big focal point on it, or you
can have something on either side,
or a greeting.
Well, peekaboo, here I am. Whatever.
And another idea is which I might actually make another one and do this, so you would have made your wreath up as you would normally on this ring. Put your ring down when it's made up, and then you've got a back to your ring. So therefore, you can then decorate the middle anyway. Put big vinyl lettering or anything you want in the middle there. Just decorate the big centre.
Wouldn't you do that before you stuck that on? Or could try to decorate this with your beautifully decorated thing here.
Oh yeah, a hanging wreath with a back on it. So these are going to be buttercups, dandelions and sunflowers. So this is what they all look like when they're cut out. They're all cut out very well. These are the twigs and the leaves, just the plain leaves. So this is the greenery sheet. I'm hoping I can ink it to add a bit of shading, but we'll do something. So that's the pieces cut out. It cut beautifully, no problem whatsoever. So these are the daisy parts, which we'll be putting together. We'll be inking slightly and then putting them all together. They've cut out really well too. These are the eggs and the butterflies that we'll be using. That's a nice egg. I might put a little chicken there. So these are the die cuts that we'll be using. Any flowers, everybody's got flowers in their stash. Alongside the cutting machine embellishments as well. So I'm going to be using a mixture of these distress oxides and these alcohol pens as well to colour an array of flowers to go on this wreath. So I'm going to be colouring them in. But also we're going to ink up some bows. Bows were all cut from an SVG cutting file. Okay, so I'm going to do these yellow. I'm going to use the lightest yellow first. This is Versafine Claire and I can't read what it is. It's so light. I'm just going to do a bit of a darker one. Maybe in the middle. Let's do it in the middle. Just give it a bit of shading. Oh, that's cool. Okay, and I'm going to cut one. I'm going to do this one. This is the dandelion one. I'm going to do this one. It's probably a bit too dark. So let's do the middles like that. Don't want to go too far because this is darker than the other colour we're putting on. Then we're going to go over with this yellow again. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty. Oh yeah, we like that. I think. Okay, I suppose. When I've done this one, I'm going to show you all the things that we've done and how we've done them and what we've used to all the components of our wreath. Okay, so I'll get me shaping stuff together. Okay, so I'm going to do these first, I think, with that size. I think that's the best size. I don't even know that we need all these pieces. So that will go there, that will go in there like that. Offset. You can paint the underneath as well if you don't want the white to show. Let's see. Oh, that needs a really tiny one. That one almost needs to be closed up. You're softening the fibres. That looks really cool. Plonk that one in the middle there. And again, we'll offset those, so we'll glue them like that. Not going there. What we could do is we could put a pad in there, like a little foam pad, but we'll just stick it, it'll be fine. Okay, there we go. These are the daisies that we've made. Those are die cuts, these three. Those are SVG file cuts, and so are the leaves, and those are SVGs too. So those are the daisies. This is a selection of the bows we've made. We'll use some or all of them. There may not be room enough for all of them, but they're so pretty. Hang on, there's another one because I know there's one with a silver middle and that looks so cool. There we go. That's got a silver middle. That looks very cool. So that's the bows. These are the other flowers we've made apart from the daisies. I put a mixture of glitters in the middle because I didn't have anything to put in, so I'll put a mixture of glitters. In this one, I glittered the button, the wooden button, the same as that one. There. I glittered that button and put it in the middle of the flower. These were all actually cut out of yellow card and then I inked them for a bit of shading. So this is the butterflies that will be going on. Some, all. Look at that. That is such an amazing butterfly. I used the chunky blue glitter on that. So this is a selection of the greenery. I use the term loosely because some of it's not green, but some of the flowers are pretty funky anyway. So, okay, so these are the eggs. That one's upside down. These are some eggs. I might do more eggs. They're going on the wreath, I know. So yeah, so those are the eggs. So we've seen the greenery. This is the brownery. I've also got a feeling we might need more of this too. This is bits I've cut from corrugated card. I don't know why, but I do want some corrugated card on it for dimension. Love dimension. So my plan is to start with the wreath and add the brownery first, and then it might change. So brownery first, greenery, flowers, butterflies, eggs. They will all go on in conjunction with each other because I want to make sure there's room for at least one or two of each. Some grasses there, the moss grass here. Whether I can use both of those together, I don't know. There's the dried ones, we'll use those definitely. And see that little thistle there? If you get a pack of these, those are sharp, very sharp, ouchy sharp. So here I've got my bag of brownery. So I'm just going to sort of roughly put them around. Can you see that? Yeah. And I'm going to glue them down. Oh, I might wrap it around a bit like that. That looks cool, doesn't it? Wrapped around like that. But will you see it? I don't know. So I've just placed them roughly where I want them, and that's going to be my my guide for where I'm going to glue them down. But you don't need to see me glue them down. So I'm going to show you at the end of each layer, and that is the twiggy bits. Okay, so this is roughly, very, very roughly laid out for the greenery. So I haven't glued anything down yet for the greenery, but that's what I'll do now. And I may even change my mind several times. It wouldn't be unknown. Okay, so for some bizarre reason, I have no idea why or what it's supposed to be, but I have put these bits of corrugated card there. I just like the look of it. Okay, so I'm going to put these dried flowers on while we're here. Not, where are you? Not that one. That is sharp. That is very sharp. But the rest of them I'm going to try and attach in various places, and I haven't really got a plan. I might have been better to hot glue those. I might even end up doing that yet. We'll bring in the heavyweights. Several burnt fingers and stringy ends, which I need to sort out later. We've got, yeah, I like it. I like it. I'll give you an overview. Yeah, I'm very pleased so far. Okay, so next is flowers, I think. Or is it eggs? So we're going to start now with the flowers. This is now with the dried grasses and the greenery and the brownery on, and now we're going to put the flowers on, I think. We're going to do that next. I did do a kind of what it'd look like if that was there and that was there. I'm going to put the big flowers on first. What about that one with the button middle? How cute is that? It's great. So we're going to put that on maybe over here. I want the grasses to go over the top if I can. It gives it a more of a dimension. I think I don't want to lose that. That looks lovely, that does. First of all, I want to put the other yellow one on because I don't want to have them opposite each other. I don't want them opposite each other, and I don't want them close to each other, and I'm having a bit of a dilemma about where to put it. I don't want it to be uniform. Definitely don't want it to be uniform. Unless I put them together. Oh, I don't know. It'd have to go like that. There's the big blue one. Everything's stuck together. That could go kind of down here, like so. And then there's this one, which is lovely. We haven't got much now in the way of big flowers. We've got quite a few little flowers. We've got the daisies. Well, oh, we've got these ones. These are lovely, these ones. These could go there. They could go... I definitely need the hot glue because it's not adhering on a flat surface. Could go like that. This could go like that. What do you think? What do we think about this? 4 of them, so they could go down here as well, or over here. I don't want to hide that pink. I love that pink dried stuff. I think that's great. These dandelion type flowers could go there to offset that yellow. They look nice like that, don't they? I think I like that. That's going to be the plan for the flowers. Definitely, I think. Or even there. But down here, I want these eggs. There needs to be more green on it because we haven't got much green left. I need them to be firmly stuck down first and then we can work around them. Yeah, that's good. That's good, yeah, okay, alright. I think it's going to look really nice. Come on, I need you to heat up. It takes so long. Probably maybe a good 10 minutes to heat up. I'm very pleased with this. It's turning out everything and more than what I expected. And there's still room for all my other bits to go in as well. And the greenery. I'm very, very happy. There's more there's more little flowers if we want. I could get very obsessed with making wreaths. because they're just a blank canvas that you make, you just design and you can do what you want with them. There's no rules. Well, not in my world they're in anyway. Let's get these glued down. Oh, we're ready. We're ready to go. Okay. I'm gonna glue. I suppose you still stick you there. You've got to be quite quick with hot glue, that's the trouble, and you don't get a lot of changing mind time. In fact, you don't get any changing mind time. Lovely pink one has tried to stick with the normal glue, but you're going to go there, you're going to go there. Let's see if I can move that slightly. I probably can't, but we'll give it a go. You're going to go there, and then you're all mixed up, and that's lovely. Is that all the flower? No, it's not. Okay, I'm going to put our butterfly on, definitely. These definitely go in there. Now, I am not saying this is the best way to do it because I have no idea what I'm doing actually, so I'm just playing for the joy of it. I just love it. Yeah, he looks good there. Let's get him down. We have made a decision. We have to act on these decisions very quickly before we change our mind. Yeah, he's lovely. All this from a scrap of old cardboard. Well, not the flowers, obviously, but... Okay, we're sticking the eggs down now. Okay, I think that's everything. So I'm going to get rid of these strings and decide where I'm going to put my greenery. And definitely now can see it on the camera. Definitely butterfly, no question. So here is the finished wreath. Well, I say finished, it's probably not finished because I'll probably faff with it forever. But that is there's lots of detail in it. I've put the happy Easters in, but I haven't glued them in because maybe I don't want to keep them permanently. So I can take out, maybe put other things in for other occasions, but it's an all occasion wreath. So that is a better picture of it in actual daylight on my stand. It does look cool. It looks wonderful. The eggs at the bottom, perhaps. You can have it whichever way around you like. But so what I did was I added Eastery feathers on. And this really brought it together. this really smelly stuff. I got it from the range. I think that's a success. I think that's lessons I've learned from it. I would never use anything thinner, I don't think, than 250 GSM. Certainly 200 GSM. This was all quite thick card. So definitely that. And some things were difficult to fit in because I'd already glued other stuff there. It's great. I love it. You see it sparkle in the daylight. All the sparkles. Sparkles make me happy. I don't ask for much. I just did that for fun because my other half would have been helping me, but he's poorly still. We've both been poorly. We both still are a bit, but yeah, horrible tummy bug. But yeah, it's great. So I'm going to hang that on my door. And so it's cheers from the craft room.